hello. Good Sunday morning. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you are spending the time with the Lord on Sunday, either watching streaming online or going to church. I am getting ready to get up in the morning, and you know what? I need a little bit of caffeine. It's coffee time, y'all. Hey, I appreciate you. My name is Tony. You're watching Faith and Coffee Bean, where we talk about coffee, good old coffee here. And I like to share my faith with you with some scriptures, just giving you some inspiration. That's always my goal. So, talk fun stuff and also talk about the fun stuff of faith and having some inspiration. Y'all, I wanted to go ahead and show you my home budget setup. I know I've talked a lot on my channel about budget, but I am a firm believer in making sure that coffee is accessible. One of the things I find really difficult and hard is that there's a lot of really expensive coffee machinery out there, and that's awesome. But that is really cool, and you can go out there and spend thousands of dollars on thousands and thousands of dollars. And I'm telling you, sometimes I think if I was rich, I would probably have every little coffee toy on the planet. But you know what? I'm glad I'm not. Because it's very important that you think of coffee as being accessible, because it is accessible. There are so many people since the pandemic. There have been people who have become home baristas and all that good stuff. So the industry, that's for sure, and I dig it. I love that people are involved in it. I love people like me can do stuff like this. But yeah, so this is like my ultimate home setup here. Let me go ahead. This is in my home office. I have my ECP Delonghi. This one is, I believe, the 3620, 3630. It's the version. All the outside is the stainless steel. I have all my little coffee tools and one of my favorite budget new home espresso machines. I got my Casa Brews 4700, and I really love it because it gives me the option to have the 58 millimeter kind of more commercial standard portafilter size. And y'all, it's a big difference as far as just that goes. I love the temperature control. I love a lot of cool things about it. One of the things I'm going to do today is I want to go ahead and make a big, juicy, awesome pool of espresso. This is up to the 22-gram basket, basically. I'm going to go ahead and just show you. It's just a kind of a little trick and a tip, so to speak. So tips that help you kind of do some of the work here. Sometimes, let's just be honest, it's just as easy to put the portafilter right on your scale. And if you want to find out how much beans to put, just fill her up. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right here. I'm using Comfort Coffee, and this is the Chiapas blend. I've used this a couple times now. I really enjoy these beans. They're just really cool. Tastes really good. So let's go ahead and just fill this big boy up. Yeah, look at those beans. Very pretty, very uniformed. I feel like they put out a really good product. So even right there, look. I mean, this is basically up to the fill point, probably even past it. And I'm going to tell you, with this particular unit, it's not a good idea to go past that point. So I'm actually going to get down a tiny bit. And I'm just going to take a couple beans off. Because, like I said, I don't want to overfill it. Because I've already done a live video, where I've choked my... Oh, there we go. I think 25 is, first, a lot of caffeine. And secondly, I think that's going to be plenty to prove the point. Y'all, I hope you're having a great week. definitely, for sure. I love everyone who's reached out and left comments. This is a new channel, so again, I have to say it, the obligatory like and subscribe. I really love it when someone reaches out to me and leaves a comment. It really does truly mean the world to me because I know you're watching. That's something really cool. Also, it does let YouTube know that people watch a channel. And I really love it when someone shares scripture, a verse, or a word of encouragement, even to me. I just think it's super cool. Okay, so yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I mean, there we go. That's a lot of beans. It's big. I mean, goodness gracious, that's a lot. 24.3. Okay, cool. I am gonna go ahead and transfer right over to this dosing, I guess, utensil, you don't want to call it. I forget the official name. Also do that because I want to get my water spread around. If anyone doesn't know, you do the sprays of water so you reduce retention in basically your grinder. And you know, if you don't know what retention is literally the leftover beans in the grinder. And that just makes things a lot easier. And also, I don't know, I feel like it just makes things go smoother. It's like you're lubricating things a little bit. So, like, I'm going to show you my grinder here. And this is the Timor C3 Pro. Y'all, I picked this one up for 70 bucks on Amazon. During the Prime, they were having specials for D. It's typically anywhere from, I would say, 70 to 100. Sometimes a little bit more. But if you even know, okay, so here's the big thing. I'm going to tell you some big tip. Are you ready for the biggest tip and trick? There are some things to go cheap on, okay? This is a really good tamper for 20 bucks. Oh man, it's nice and dirty. You know, this is a really good tamper. I really enjoy it. It doesn't have to be a name brand, big thing. Looks pretty, has the wood, works really well. $20. I'm going to tell you, my friends, the one thing you should never, never, ever, ever try to go cheap on is your grinder. Go cheap on your espresso machine to a certain extent. Go to Facebook Marketplace. I picked up my Delonghi on Facebook Marketplace for 40 bucks. And yeah, I got it from, you know, I met the person. They look like a normal person. So there was little use. I ran into scaler as soon as I got it. And haven't had any issues. Worth it. This thing goes for usually upwards to 200, about 150 or so usually. 40 bucks, y'all. Awesome. Like, I cannot beat that. That was worth it. When it came to my grinder, I really wanted to make sure that I had top quality. So grinder's a big important thing. The DF grinders are a great way to go where they're a good price, but also good quality. So check those out. DF54, DF64. Turin has some good stuff out there that they're doing. They also have a great machine that a lot of folks have been putting videos on. I don't know about you, but I watch a lot of other YouTubers. And I've become friends with a lot of them. Tom's Coffee Corner, love Tom's Coffee Corner. There's just so many great ones out there. If you go to my channel page, there is a section where I do have listed some of the other YouTubers out there. Of course, there's Lance Hedricks and then James Hoffman, of course, that are amazing. You know, and those are the pros. I also just have a lot of folks that are just like me, who are just kind of like a home barista style, you know. So yeah, it's super cool. But yeah, you definitely don't want to go ahead and skimp on the grinder. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Want to make sure that you have a good grounds and that you're able to achieve. Especially if you're going to be working with espresso, you need something that is capable of an espresso. So that's the one thing, like I said, do your best on. If you want to go to the best value, hand grinder is going to win. But as you can see right now, it's taking time to grind the beans. You know, it was electric, just be instantaneous. 30 seconds maybe. But you got to have that time and that love. Now, I'm one of those folks. I love the process. I love to slow things down. Having this in my home office is kind of my getaway. So when I am having a busy day at work, I run a whole department in an insurance company, and I get pretty stressed out. Sometimes I need to chill out and make some Joe and maybe read some scriptures and do a little bit of prayers and think about things. And that's what this is for me. Everything you see here, this is my little escape from my daily stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I love about coffee. There, we almost there. You guys, I just did a video on my Casa Brews, an espresso pod style machine. It uses an espresso original capsules. I want Casa Brews. Didn't pay for it. They sent it to me. They have a great Facebook group. I joined it because of this bad boy here. It's really cool. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in iron sharpens iron. So join. It's really important that you join coffee communities on Facebook, Reddit, wherever you do it. I mean, goodness, my son was just talking to me about something in one of those gaming forums he's on, where they were talking about coffee. Man, I feel old because I can't think of the name. If you know the name, let me know in the comments. Look at that. Look how close it is. You can actually see the indentation on the grounds of the top of the grinder. So that tells me hot. This is gonna be the mega cup here. I was actually thinking about using my double spouted Casa Brews with my 3 embalmer in there, but I think I am gonna go it. So, like if you've seen the title of this video, this is all about showing you how to do everything on a budget. So I'll go ahead. Oh, see, look, Casa Brews is already telling me, "Hey, oh, did you forget about me?" I'm gonna go ahead and heat this up. Now, this is one of the things about like a budget setup. This espresso machine I got for about, I think it's 160, 170. That's actually really cheap when it comes to espresso machines. So this one, I like it. It does have, it's not a boiler system, so it's not that instantaneous heat up. So that is something to think about when you're buying machines. Like I said, I have the Delonghi ECP. Oh, it's a little dirty here. And one of the things I love at Delonghi ECP is that it has a boiler, so I could wait a few minutes, and I go to my portafilter. Whoops, I go to my portafilter, and it's hot. So that's a big thing, and the brew head is heating up, basically. So what that really means? Oh, I am dropping stuff. What that means is you're going to get more of that consistency, and not that you can't get it with this. You definitely can. You definitely want to preheat the brew head, and that's what I'm doing right now. You see the manual, and I actually recommend you do this at least one time, and just stop it right there. This is an opportunity to make sure my cup is nice and clean and hot, and it is for sure. Cool. But yeah, that's kind of the big thing when you're really trying to make an espresso home up, and you really want to do it on a budget. This is a great option to go. I feel like every day there's really cool options out. I know Turin just had one they just put out, I think on Coffee Outlet or Espresso Outlet. I'm trying to remember what the website's called. I think they had one on there for like $200 if you had an open box. It has PID control, one of the lower Turin models, the 53 millimeter portafilter setup, and it has the gauge and everything in there. All right, y'all. So I am gonna go ahead. I think this is nice and hot, ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get my grounds going. I'm gonna do it fancy pants. I'm going to use the M3 Bomber shaker today because I have a lot here, so I want to make sure everything gets nice and incorporated. Yeah, I could already see little clumps. It's not bad. I had been using my portafilter, not my portafilter, my catch cup and like a dosing cup, and using kind of on a shorten up the workflow. Awesome. Okay. Giving it a good shake. One thing I've noticed though is that it can have some retention, so definitely give it a good slap. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. Let's make the magic. Nice and fluffy already, I can tell. All right. Whew, man. I've already filled this thing up so much. Oh my goodness. All right, because I'm gonna be crazy, I'm gonna put on my dosing ring. I'm gonna give it just some surface WD-T. I need it after being in that shaker. Oh, it feels super fluffy. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. That's a lot. Alrighty. Big shot for a big dude. Here we go. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's level out a tiny bit. Yeah, this feels good. Okay. Alright, let's do some Tamper. And I'm going to go show you guys one of the very budget portafilter, puck screens I picked up. I got this in AliExpress for like $4. Another one, I showed you one that's kind of similar to that I picked up for the Delonghi. There we go. That's awesome. Okay. Let's get the giant espresso pull going. And I'm going to go ahead so you guys can see. So this is the Casa Brews 58 millimeter bottomless portafilter. They're on Amazon right now, $40. I'm using an IMS basket. So let's go and get this going. See how this looks. Nice, nice. Hey, buddy, how's it going? And guys, if you're on the live stream, you can always chat with me. Okay, and that is Joel. And I'm going more. Oh, boy. Yeah, best thing I would say when it comes to making your home budget setup, Amazon, AliExpress, Facebook Marketplace, those are your best friends. Let's take a look here. This looks good. Taking this. Alrighty. Okay, so some good crumb build up. Let's give it a little stir. Nice, nice. I love when creme is on the spoon. It's just awesome. Oh man, take a look at that. Definitely good. Yeah, for sure. Oh man. Let's give this a taste. Cheers. Ah, it smells delicious. Like I said, I'm using the Mexican beans from Chiapas, Mount Comfort. Oh man, that is so good. Oh man, I wish I could send this to you over the. This is so tasty, super super good. Clean tasting, very chocolate notes. It's like a Hershey Kiss, or have you ever had Milka? The that chocolate from Europe. Oh my goodness, definitely has a nutty flavor to it. I love everything from that region. Just super super good. Oh, that is delicious. Woo, that is good. Wow, yeah. I'm loving that for sure. Y'all, biggest thing, like I said, all express, you know, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, do your research when it comes to stuff. You know, you're gonna be like me. You're just gonna have a bunch of pucks laying around because you make too much espresso. That's the other fun part, kind of seeing the difference with this. Let me go ahead and pull this out right now. You know, it's kind of get diagnose your pull here. Whoa. There we go, nice and clean. I'll clean that up more later. Okay, let me show you the puck itself. I kind of knocked some of it out. I mean, this is a 58 millimeter big puck. It pretty much has filled as much as you can get it with espresso. So I mean, I showed you right there. So it's huge. Now, in comparison, I'm gonna find this is a 15 gram puck from my Delonghi, and I mean, you could definitely see the difference as far as, like, you know, the mass. Oh, Lance did a great video where he was talking about the difference between the 58 and something like a 41 that you would get from a DeLonghi ECP and a lot of other the kind of even budget setups. So definitely something to kind of think about. I'm not saying one is this a for me better than the other. I have had a really good experience with my ECP. I've had a great experience with my Casa Brews. I don't think it's really about the diameter of, you know, the portafilters and all. It's more about the tools you get to play with. So I mean, that's kind of a big part of it. But y'all, you are watching Faith Coffee Bean, and I want to go ahead and share some scripture with you that just because it was on my heart today. You know, a lot of times in life, I gotta have another drink of this. A lot of times in life, we think that we have the smartest. We need to have the degrees. We need to have this. We need to have the back. I work in a business, an insurance business, where it's constantly about designations and studying every couple of years and kind of prove that I'm, you know, relevant, and that's important. But what I'm saying is we get caught up in all the minutia of you have to be this person, you have to be that person. This passage is from 1 Corinthians, and this was something written by the Apostle Paul to the church in Corinth. Let not one deceive himself. If anyone among you seems to be wise in this age, let him become that he may become wise. For the wisdom of the world is foolishness with God, for it is written, he catches the wise in their own craftiness. And again, the Lord knows the thoughts of the wise, and they are futile. Now, I'm a big Star Trek geek, so when I hear futile, I think of the Borg. Resistance is futile. You know, I mean, I'm just saying that it's awesome right there. It's basically saying the Lord knows these thoughts of the wise people and they're futile. Everything that you have in your own heart and your own brain, it just doesn't even compare to God. Therefore, let no one boast in men, for all things are yours, whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas or the world or life or death, the things present and the things to come, all are yours. And you in Christ, and Christ is God. Y'all, a lot of times we don't realize that it doesn't matter about the degrees. It doesn't matter about this or that or the minutia or the title. We literally, God uses foolish things, and I'm a foolish person. I'm silly. I'm dumb. I make mistakes. I did a video where the Portafilter exploded. Go watch it on my channel. Subscribe and watch it. It's crazy. I've overflowed stuff, and I've almost broke my machines. But I'm telling you, from those mistakes that I learned how to do things. I was telling my son the other day, if I had a time machine and I can go back and I could correct all the mistakes in my life, which that's not possible. But if it was, because we were talking about the whole multiverse in Marvel, the point is that if I can go create, stop those mistakes from happening, I would destroy who I am today. All those things I've learned, all the craziness that's gone on, mistakes I've made, at coffee or at life, you just got to keep trying. Got to get up and keep trying. Keep doing, keep for it. And those mistakes and those things that happen are what make you and me who we are. And what the true value that we have to God is in our hearts and willingness to say yes to Him and yes to God. And the truth is, other than that, that's the only prerequisite, is that you say yes to God. No matter what's going on in your life, no matter what's going on in anybody's life, is it the fact that you as a person just said, yeah, God, please help me out. That's all it is. So what I'm just saying is that it's not about wisdom. It's not about books. It's not about, books are important. Get me wrong. Wisdom is great, but I'm saying it's not the wisdom that's on a piece of paper on a wall. It's just about God using you as a foolish person to do some cool stuff. So, big thing is just don't have a bunch of self-pride. Anyway, guys, I hope you do. Like I said, remember to like and subscribe. If you ever want to share your favorite scripture with me and you want me to share it on this channel, while I do a live stream, I will do that. That would be all. Always be able to say hello to me. Follow me on Instagram. I love talking to you on Instagram. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Make some good coffee. Make some good coffee. And enjoy yourself. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Have a great one.